In a world where power, royalty, and prestige converge, few events can match the grandeur of a royal wedding. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here. Today's video is going to be something really special, the Baron Trump and Princess Leonor, a grand fairy tale ceremony, complete royal wedding spectacle, so make sure you watch till the end. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. But when American political royalty meets European monarchy, the spectacle transcends tradition and becomes a global sensation. The union of Baron Trump, youngest son of former US President Donald Trump, and Princess Leonor of Spain, heir to the Spanish throne, ignited headlines and captivated audiences worldwide. While speculative in nature, this fictional fairy tale captures the magic of what such a royal wedding would look like, bridging two worlds, uniting wealth and heritage, and symbolizing a new era of transatlantic influence. 1. A royal romance begins. It all began quietly, under the watchful eyes of two powerful families. Baron Trump, born into one of America's most influential dynasties, had lived a life of privacy, luxury, and intense public scrutiny. Fluent in multiple languages, educated at elite private institutions, and raised between Trump Tower and the White House, Barron was no ordinary teenager. Meanwhile, Princess Leonor of Spain, crown princess and the first female heir to the throne in generations, was coming of age with a profound sense of duty. Trained in diplomacy, history, and military protocols, Leonor was more than a princess, she was the face of Spain's future. Their paths crossed at international events, perhaps a diplomatic gala in London, or a UN Youth Summit in Geneva. What began as formal interaction quietly turned into private correspondence, and eventually, a deep connection. It was young love, rooted not in fantasy, but in shared understanding of privilege, pressure, and responsibility. 2. Engagement of the century. When news of the engagement broke, the world stood still. Royal watchers, political analysts, and the global media were stunned. Could it be real? An American presidential son, marrying the future Queen of Spain? The confirmation came through an official announcement from Spain's royal house and a statement from the Trump family. We are honored to announce the engagement of Baron William Trump to Her Royal Highness, Princess Leonor of Spain. The couple shares mutual respect, admiration, and love that transcends borders. What followed was a media storm. Designers, historians, and royal experts all speculated on every detail, from the dress to the venue, the guest list to the political implications. It wasn't just a wedding, it was history in the making. 3. The venue, royal splendor in Madrid. The wedding was held in Madrid's royal palace, Palacio Real de Madrid, a symbol of Spain's regal heritage. This opulent Baroque masterpiece, with over 3,000 rooms, towering marble columns, crystal chandeliers, and golden tapestries, provided the perfect backdrop for a modern fairy tale. The ceremony took place in the royal chapel, where kings and queens had wed for centuries. Security was unprecedented, snipers on rooftops, drones in the sky, and private guards coordinating with both U.S. Secret Service and Spanish royal security. Only 400 guests were invited, hand-picked heads of state, aristocrats, billionaires, and celebrities. Among them, European royals, former U.S. presidents, tech titans, and Hollywood elites. 4. The bride, a queen in the making. Princess Leonor stunned the world with her look, elegance personified. Her dress was designed by Cristobal Balenciaga's Modern House, a sleek interpretation of royal grace with hand-sewn Spanish lace, a 10-foot train, and a family tiara dating back to Queen Isabella II. Her jewelry included diamonds from the Bourbon Parma family, and her veil was embroidered with symbols representing Spain's regions. As she walked down the aisle, flanked by royal guards and flower girls from European noble houses, the world held its breath. She was not just a bride, she was the embodiment of history, culture, and future royalty. 5. The groom, American elegance with European flair. Baron Trump, now 6 feet 7 inches, cut a striking figure. Wearing a custom tuxedo by Tom Ford with tailoring by Savile Row, he nodded to both American craftsmanship and European tradition. His cufflinks bore the Trump family crest, while his boutonniere was a white Spanish carnation, a subtle tribute to his bride. Known for his reserved demeanor, Barron's speech during the reception surprised many, a heartfelt, articulate declaration of love, loyalty, and commitment to a shared future. Fluent in Spanish, he addressed the royal family and Spanish people in their native tongue, drawing roaring applause. 6. The ceremony. Tradition meets modern power. The wedding was a blend of Catholic rites and modern ceremonial touches. The Archbishop of Madrid presided, while a specially composed royal wedding hymn echoed through the chapel. Choirs sang in Latin and Spanish, candles flickered in ancient candelabras, and gold-trimmed ceremonial swords rested beside the altar. The moment Barron and Leonor exchanged vows was electric. Cameras captured the solemn exchange, the subtle smiles, the teary eyes of Queen Letizia and Melania Trump, and the gentle nod of approval from King Felipe VI. As they sealed their vows with a kiss, fireworks burst over the palace gardens and bells rang across Madrid. 7. A global celebration. Following the ceremony, the reception was held in the royal ballroom. Gold-plated flatware, baccarat crystal, and a feast curated by Michelin-starred chefs awaited guests. Each dish represented a fusion of Spanish and American flavors, from black truffle paella to Maine lobster with saffron butter. Entertainment was world-class. A surprise performance by Andrea Bocelli, a ballroom dance featuring traditional flamenco fused with a modern waltz, a speech by Donald Trump praising historic unity between two great nations. Every moment was orchestrated for elegance. But beyond the glitz was genuine emotion, a rare royal wedding where tradition bowed to love. 8. The aftermath. A symbolic union. The wedding marked more than just a personal milestone. It represented a bridging of worlds. For Spain, it introduced an American connection to its future queen. For the Trumps, it elevated their legacy to a global dynasty. For the public, it was a rare glimpse into power wrapped in romance. Newspapers dubbed it the wedding of the century. Millions streamed the broadcast, and fashion houses saw spikes in demand for outfits inspired by Leonor's dress. More importantly, the wedding sparked hope. In a divided world, it was a reminder that love, elegance, and diplomacy could still captivate hearts across nations. Princess Leonor resumed her royal duties, while Barron took on diplomatic and philanthropic ventures, focusing on youth empowerment and international cooperation. Rumors swirl about where they'll permanently reside: Madrid, a renovated royal estate outside Barcelona, or perhaps a historic villa in Majorca. Baron Trump and Princess Leonor's grand wedding was more than a fairy tale. It was a global spectacle, a modern royal chapter, and a love story written across continents. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I've got more amazing content coming soon, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.